In a developing situation that has fans and analysts buzzing, the Baltimore Ravens could be facing serious scrutiny from the NFL regarding how they handled star quarterback Lamar Jackson's injury designation ahead of Week 8. The issue? A late and potentially misleading change to the official injury report that now has the league taking a closer look. Jackson, the former MVP and undisputed leader of the Ravens offense, had been sidelined for nearly 3 weeks with a hamstring injury. Throughout that period, he hadn't practiced, not a single snap. So when reports came out that he finally returned to the field on Wednesday, it was a relief for Ravens fans. But here's where things get murky. He was listed as a limited participant on Wednesday. Same thing on Thursday. But then, on Friday, the team reported him as a full participant in practice, a key designation that implies he was back to full strength and ready to return to his starting role. But just 1 day later, the Ravens reversed that listing. On Saturday, they updated their Friday report, stating that Jackson had actually been a limited participant, not a full one. And now the NFL is investigating that shift in information. So why does this matter? Why would a team changing a practice designation raise red flags at the league office? Because injury reports aren't just for fans or fantasy football managers. They're a cornerstone of betting integrity in the NFL. These reports are designed to keep the playing field level and prevent anyone from gaining an unfair advantage, especially when it comes to gambling. If a player is secretly more injured than reported, or if a team reports him inaccurately, it could influence betting lines, fantasy decisions, and in extreme cases, the integrity of the game itself. According to an NFL spokesperson, the league is looking into the situation. Brian McCarthy told ESPN the league reviews any matter involving a change to a player's status. And this case is especially sensitive because the misreporting, whether intentional or not, concerns one of the league's most high-profile players. In their official statement on Saturday, the Ravens attempted to clarify the situation. Lamar Jackson was present for and participated fully in our entire Friday practice, the team said. Upon further evaluation today and after conferring with the league office, because Lamar didn't take any starter reps in practice, we updated our report to reflect his practice participation. That statement suggests the initial listing may have been an honest mistake. It's possible that team officials assumed Jackson's presence at practice, even in a limited scout team role, qualified as full participation. But according to league standards, a player must take their normal reps with the first team in order to be considered a full participant. Simply being on the field and running with the scout team doesn't meet that threshold. This isn't the first time the league has dealt with discrepancies in injury reporting. Over the years, the NFL has made a point to emphasize transparency and consistency when it comes to player health, especially in light of the league's growing ties with legal sports betting. The NFL injury report process is built on strict definitions. A player who doesn't take starter reps cannot be listed as a full participant, no matter how well they move during warm-ups or how much time they spend on the field. It's about the role and reps, not just presence. Now, it's important to say this. There's no clear indication the Ravens intended to deceive anyone. Mistakes happen, and injury designations can be a logistical headache. Sometimes communication between medical staff, coaching staff, and front office gets crossed. But that doesn't mean the league will let it slide. And let's be honest, we're talking about Lamar Jackson here. He's not just any quarterback. He's a face of the franchise talent. His playing status can swing an entire betting line. So when there's even a hint of confusion around his health, you can expect the NFL to take a microscope to the situation. It's also worth noting that the NFL's emphasis on accurate injury reports isn't new, and it's not going away. In recent years, the league has doubled down on punishing teams for inaccuracies. Fines have been handed out, draft picks have been threatened, all in an effort to make sure that everyone, from the fans to the sportsbooks to the teams themselves, is operating with the same set of facts. So, what happens next? The league will conduct its review. They'll likely look at practice footage, interview team personnel, and determine whether the Ravens violated league rules. If they conclude the mistake was unintentional and isolated, a fine might be the worst of it. But if there's evidence that the Ravens knowingly misrepresented Jackson's status, the consequences could be more severe. Meanwhile, fans are left wondering how this impacts Jackson's status moving forward. Was the injury worse than it appeared? Is he still not ready to return to full action? Or was it simply a technicality that caused all the confusion? Regardless of how the investigation shakes out, this situation is a reminder that in the modern NFL, where millions of dollars hinge on each game and player status updates are tracked by everyone, from fans to odds makers, accuracy matters more than ever. As for the Ravens, they'll hope this blows over quickly. But you can bet the rest of the league is watching closely. And now, we want to hear from you. Do you think the Ravens made an honest mistake? Or should they be held accountable by the NFL? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if you're staying up to date with the season's biggest storylines. And don't forget to subscribe to America Today for more breaking sports updates, analysis, and reactions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.